So, Tanli, what are you doing? What are you bringing to us?
So, as you can see, we're living longer lives, but obviously we have a really big challenge with an aging population. And what we're seeing now are wearable devices that start to track your physical health. But one thing that's been missing from this equation, at least up until now, are devices that help to track and measure our cognitive and mental well-being. And I think this is
mental well-being,
exactly,
and competitive well-being.
Exactly. So how can you be more productive in terms of your cognitive fitness, your cognitive health? How do you maintain an understanding of what's going on in your brain? Are we learning new things? Are we maintaining that level of plasticity in our brain by engaging in new information, learning new material that's activating those neurotransmitters in our brains? So we have Maxine here who is wearing the device, and we have a press. We do have a little press meeting this afternoon to unveil a new next generation product. So what you're seeing here is what's commercially available today. And if you turn over to the screen, what you'll see is a real-time trace of the electrical fluctuations that's measured in real time from EEG. Can you flick back to the EEG? So this here is essentially the electrical fluctuations that we can measure at the surface of the scalp. Traditionally, you'd have to go into a clinic, into a hospital setting to be able to see this, but now it only takes a few minutes and you can see the live traces from Maxine's brain. And if you switch over to the 3D brain, we now have much better software so that we can actually see what's going on in real time from a functional brain level. So here, instead of seeing just electrical traces, you can actually see which parts of the brain are lighting up dynamically. So whether it be the frontal cortex, the occipital lobe, which processes the visual imagery, you can see the temporal lobes lighting up if you're processing sound, and you can see how your executive functions are working and processing new information. And all of this creates a much better picture for us to be able to provide better analytics, better data for you in order to make much better informed decisions about how to utilize your day, how to optimize your performance, how to understand your attention levels, your focus levels, your stress, anxiety, that really has a big impact on our performance every day.
But this is also fun. I remember I was at TED conference this year, and Sergey Brin and Danny Hillis were competing very much on their brainwaves. Can you give us a short?
So what we did at TED was to really put a spotlight on focus, because focus is really much like a spotlight. You can't focus on many different things. You have to zone in on one thing. And what we found is that there is a very strong correlation between people who are deeply focused or have the capacity to really focus in on something and their success. And what we found was that people like Sergey, like Danny Hillis, like Gary Flake,
like Jean Schmetz from Burda, who competes with him.
Exactly. They all have this amazing ability to focus. And here at DLD Women, we have the chance for you to come up and try your own mental focus. You can get
Maria, you should try your mental focus. You're much better than me.
And the other thing you can do is have your own insight into your persona. So what motivates you? What drives you? Normally you would have to do this Myers-Briggs test with a series of questions, but now you just watch a short video and we can give you your own insight into your own persona, what motivates you, what drives you, just by looking at your brainwaves.
Maaike Winnemuth, you should try it. It's really a fun experience. It's amazing. Good, thank you.
Thanks very much.